suspended. Well done by Didak. Works a little 1-2 with Pendlebury. He runs the outer side wing, goes towards half forward, stretching with courage Bauer, and now 50.
50, 50. No, hey, Michael, it's 50.
I reckon he's a bit stiff here.
Dawes.
I reckon he's in the air flying for the footy. Here's the first one. That's just sure opened up. He's got the ribs just to crunch there with Henderson. But he's already in the air and...
He's pulled out, I think, there. Obviously, there's not much he can do about that.
Certainly won't be looked at any further, but maybe it may have been a little bit stiff.
Still slammed into it. Here's Simpson. 60 metres out. Wanders down towards the pocket. Maxwell intent on getting it out of bounds. Garlett went down. Comes to Yarran from Henderson, and he snaps a goal.
Yarran got the goal there, and I think it was a long ball into the deep into the forward 50. I don't reckon that'll be Carlton's go today. They've got to honour the small leads. Sure, it's great when the ball hits the deck, but as you see from the replay here, there's not a hell of a lot of space to use, so it was probably the best option there. But to get into the game, they're going to have to generate some leads from the smalling forward.
Well, they actually kicked more goals from close to goal than any other team in the competition, so with the little fellas there, why not? Play to your strengths.
Emerging player Chris Yarran, 10 goals for this season, second only to Satanta for Carlton this year. Carlton not kicking a lot of goals. Satanta's got 11. Play restarts. Jolly trying to hypnotise Cruiser, I think. It comes to Pendlebury. Swan emerges with the football after the hand pass out wide. Well, Thomas, metres in the clear, decides to take a run. One bounce, kicks inside the forward 50. Dawes with strength.
Strong.
Richo spoke before about how Collingwood would like to use the ball around the outside. It begs the question how Dale Thomas got so much space out there. I mean, he's a fantastic user of the ball. Carlton should have been onto the fact that that's their pattern of play, and they're also rank 1 in inside 50s, the Pies, so it works for them.
He's had to push Dennis. He had to push a good player to get his spot in this side, and Jack Anthony out.
Yep.
Dispatched White. And a strong push there as well. And that is a beautiful kick. Sweetly off the boot for Dawes. Good last week. Starts brilliantly this afternoon.
That's a great goal. Collingwood's accuracy has been a bit of a worry so far this year. Travis Cloak turned it round last week against the Bombers. That's a huge confidence builder for the young man.
We'll just see coming here from Dale Thomas. It wasn't the best kick coming in, but just too strong. He was able to just use his brute strength, the left shoulder, to get his opponent out of the way. And as you said, Tom, he just went back. He looked confident, good technique, and gee, he's put on some size since last year. Been working very hard in the gym.
Looks intimidating. That was a strong lead up and a wonderful kick. That was the entire package there. Chris Dawes. Collingwood by 6 points. Cruiser and Fraser now. Fraser got it on the way down. Pendlebury standing at their feet.
Thank you, Scott.
Already the trend is for Collingwood taking ascendancy in the contested possession, 17 to 11.
Now the ruck's body up. Cruiser wins it down. Simpson, who's been busy, bets nicely. Armfield, Judd goes down towards the pocket. Henderson's in front, but the boundary line too close.
Just looking across the ground, you'll see players running over towards the footy, but at the stoppages, it is one-on-one footy. There's no numbers back. They're going head-to-head. Both sides believe that they can win the one-on-one contest.
So it's not Friday night. Tarazzo, brilliantly done. Murphy, 30 metres out. Murphy kicks the goal on the run.
A couple of concerns at the moment for Collingwood, I can see, Tom. Chris Judd's already had 6. Murphy's had 4, but they've been good possessions by both of them. Now, if you're going to go one-on-one with those boys, you've got to make sure that you nullify their input and their output. So at the moment, I reckon Murphy and Judd given too much latitude.
And they're just so damaging when they've got the ball in hand, and they love a contested situation. The one query for me with Collingwood is the ball out in space. I reckon Carlton probably have it a little more class.
Nice running goal to that man, Mark Murphy. Chris Judd having a long extended spell on the ground, trying to push home an early advantage. 6 possessions so far. And in the words of Josh Pike, he's smoking like a kettle. He's going beautifully. Scores are level. 13 minutes out from quarter time. Lucas, there he is again. Judd, but missed the target. Coming through was Maxwell. Awkward one for Johnson. Took it nicely. Ball, still going ball. Back to Johnson. Maxwell decides a kick will do. Inside the forward 50. Missed at the back. Initially by Jamison. Picked up by White. Armfield gives it across to a teammate who ran into a dead end. At the base of all of that was Joseph. Comes to Cloak. Deep in the pocket, Davis. Out of bounds on the full in the opposite pocket.
The end result wasn't there, but I think we highlighted in the pre-game piece how important inside 50 tackles are. Medhurst ranks very highly in the competition. He started the game well in that particular category.
Scotland in short. Yaron over the top. Back to Yaron. In fact, it's Bauer. Got it from Gibbs. Fumble McLean. Standing his ground was Jacobs. McLean, Armfield. They're not advancing the footy here. They're under pressure. Gibbs, though, likely to do something. Feigns a hand pass. Cloak got him, put the pressure on. This is young White from Subiaco. Left the footy behind. Picked up by Thomas. Hand passes down towards the pocket. Davis doesn't look. Snaps. And it bounces out of bounds a long way from what he was going at.
I reckon Mick would be happy with that. Just the constant pressure, not allowing that handball out. Brock McLean on a couple of occasions already very fumbly. He needs to get sure hands. Can't afford that off half-back.
Watch Leon next time. He's got the goal surrounded after those last two efforts. Knocked down in front, side bottom, smothered off the boot. Armfield onto the crumb, breaks away. Now Gibbs, been busy in the last few minutes. Not his best effort, but it bounces to a teammate. Satanta O'Halpin kicks it up towards the wing. On the lead, Garlett, stolen away by Tuvey. Coming through strongly, O'Halpin once more. Lucas feigns a hand pass, then gives it. The run is Murphy. Murphy across the ground. Simpson will release on his left side. Looks down towards the 50. Forced back to his right. Well done, O'Brien. But the runners were in the corridor. Scotland goes long down towards full forward. And drifting in behind the target is Houlihan.
He had options too, Tom. He could have lowered the eyes. He had some players short, but gee, they were just so much space and so much room to move into each Carlton player.
Terrific play by Cade Simpson to actually, he could have blazed away on his left, deep into the forward 50. Not sure of the end result. Brought the ball back to Heath Scotland. This is a far better result.
I tell you what was terrific there too, as he took the mark. Did you see the guy in front of him? Satanta O'Halpin, who moments ago was in the back pocket.
Yep.
And he's blowing up a bit now, Satanta. Houlihan kicks from 25 and barely scores a behind. No, it hit the post and ricochets back into the field of play.
Won't be happy with that because he's actually prides himself on being a pretty good disposer of the footy.
Ball's got it from Shaw. Wonderful running by O'Halpin to help in that goal, but, well, attempted goal. He would have been disappointed. The ball is out of bounds at left half forward for the Blues.
Some great vision just before you saw Carlton implementing the full ground zone. Collingwood players had nowhere to go, and again they made plays in their hands to chip around the boundary line.
Jacobs and Fraser. Jacobs, big unit, knocks it down in front. Carazzo mistimed it. Ball ditto. Carazzo got it from Murphy. Murphy's having a good game to the pocket. Now Yaron, can he do what Houlihan couldn't? The identical spot.
2 metres straight away.
Gee, that was good play by Murphy.
Wasn't it?
Just clean, picks it up. You look at that compared to the Brock McLean efforts, and Mark Murphy, he's elevating himself again this season. Speed and cleanliness.
Cleanliness.
Yep.
Up to 6 possessions. Yaron comes in. And like Davis at the other end, they're doing it by degrees. Behind.
It's all pretty even on the stat sheet too. 51 possessions to Collingwood, 62 to Carlton.
Shaw to himself. Wellingham, once they get in the air, there's trouble. He played it pretty well, though, back to Shaw. 3 bounces through midfield. Good shepherd from Ball. Good kick towards half forward and Cloak. Back goes Medhurst. He should go long to Medhurst. Terrible kick, but side bottom read it superbly.
You're right there,
it's amazing what happens when you get the ball inside 50 without mucking around with it, because it puts the defenders on the back foot. It makes them jittery, and even miss kicks make it almost impossible for defenders to stop, Tom.
Well, the key point, I mean, you're right, it makes them jittery. Get the ball in there one-on-one. It never ceases to amaze me how often a missed kick ends up in the play of the forward, because they're the one making the play.
Read it beautifully, and as the name